Thank you very much. Can I just say I'm absolutely delighted to be here with Foreign Minister Gamradeen, who has shown us great friendship and warmth in the typical Sudanese way. Today I had excellent meetings with Prime Minister Hamdok, Finance Minister Dr. Hiba Mohammed Ali, and also the Chairman of the Sovereign Council, Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. I want to thank the government for the very valuable, warm discussions that we've had and the warm welcome. As has already been said, this is the first visit by a British Foreign Secretary since 2008, and of course the first since the revolution. And I want to just take a moment, if I may, to praise the courage of those who stood up in those protests around the country, and also their sacrifice. It was their actions that toppled the regime of Omar al-Bashir, and I think unleashed and set Sudan on a more positive path towards a brighter democratic future. So this feels, certainly to me coming here, this really feels like a bright opportunity, a moment to grasp for the people of Sudan. And I think we can feel the country, your country, changing before our eyes under the civilian leadership of Prime Minister Hamdok and his excellent team. And I think you can, this isn't just warm words, you can see the tangible milestones and progress, the important steps that have been made, the signing of the Juba Peace Agreement, the removal from the US list of state sponsors of terror, and also things like the progressive legal reforms on women's rights and religious freedoms. And I had an opportunity to speak to some of the female protesters from the revolution earlier today, as well as visit the World Food Programme. So I can say in my conversations with the Prime Minister and Lieutenant General Burhan, I welcomed all of the progress that has been made to date, and I stressed in particular the UK's strong support for Sudan's irreversible transition to peace and democracy. We look forward to seeing preparatory work on a constitution and democratic elections, as well as reforms to stabilise the economy and create the platform for jobs and growth for the young people of this very special and precious country. We're putting our diplomatic, our development capabilities behind the ambitions of the Sudanese people and the next generation. UK assistance to Sudan will be £125 million this financial year. UK programmes are helping to build the stability and support the establishment of a new parliament so that the people of Sudan have proper democratic accountability. And earlier today I signed a memorandum of understanding with Dr. Hiba, and it provides £40 million to the Sudan Family Support Programme, because we also understand that this will help alleviate and support ordinary families going about their business with their weekly bills. And it's important to do that at a moment where the government is making these vital but difficult economic decisions. And I think those economic reforms are going to be the foundation, the building blocks to build the Sudan of the future. It will create the jobs that will create the wages, the livelihoods, the quality of life for you all, and in particular for the next generation. We, as the UK, stand ready to support you as an old friend, but I hope with a bright future, working closely together with you as well. And in particular, we stand ready to support and participate in an international consortium in support of debt relief, clearing the way for Sudan to access much-needed concessional finance. And as part of that coordinated international package, I'm delighted to be able to say, having discussed it with your government, that the UK stands ready to provide £330 million as a bridging loan to clear the arrears to the African Development Bank. Again, we want to clear the way for Sudan to grasp the opportunities that I think, in my view, undoubtedly lie ahead. And as your friend, I think it's also important to say that Sudan, that it's important and vital for Sudan to stay on track with all of these reforms, and in particular with the economic reforms agreed with the IMF, and the boards of the IMF and World Bank approved similar arrears clearance packages. To help take all of this forward, I'm pleased to join Minister Gamradeen in announcing the launch of the, I think, refreshed and rejuvenated strategic dialogue with Sudan. And I think, again, that gives us not just the aspirations for the future, but the focus and I know our personal commitment to driving that forward. And I'm looking forward to seeing my friend in London as soon as possible, and obviously subject to the COVID restrictions. Finally, I just wanted to say a word of praise for the welcome that Sudan is showing to the refugees coming from the Tigray region of Ethiopia, given the conflict that we are seeing there. The UK has provided £5 million to support these refugees, and will continue to do what we can to alleviate the situation and help respond to it. But I think Sudan's response is another important positive illustration of the progress that is being made by Prime Minister Hamdok and his team. So finally, let me just close by saying that we place huge value on our relationship with Sudan, the friendship that I think we want to take to the next level, and we do so with a respect for the sacrifices that the people have made. We see your talents, your potential, your hopes, the dreams of the young people of this country for the future, and the links between our countries are many and varied, not just economic, obviously cultural, and there are a lot of family links as well. So we're committed to Sudan's success. We're committed absolutely, fully and unconditionally, unequivocally to this country's transition forward. And I look forward to working with the civilian government to take it to the next stage and to help progress reforms on each of the areas that I've outlined. But again, thank you very much.